Sharpe, leave that white.
I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I
ain't backing down. You better take your old and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mom.
Shannon Sharp told her that if she would lose enough weight for him, he would buy her some artificial breasts. Now that's very puzzling to me, Art, because she's already extra skinny.
He really want a 17-year-old, but he can't. He an 18-year-old or 20-year-old. So here it is, he at the gym working out. He's showing up at the gym with them big old black legs.
Shannon Sharpe is under fire after Monique took shots at him during her stand-up routine, cracking bold jokes about his legal troubles with the OnlyFans model, now suing him for $50 million. That clip of Monique roasting Shannon is all over social media. According to people close to him, he's genuinely embarrassed. He expected support from his celebrity network, but instead, he's become the punchline. To make matters worse, folks are calling him out for acting surprised, especially since Monique warned him months ago on Club Shay. She was crystal clear, telling him, stop chasing women who are only after your money. Shannon brushed it off and laughed like it was no big deal. But now, he's stuck in the mess. His reputation is on the line. Even if he beats the lawsuit, the damage is already visible. His $100 million podcast deal is on shaky ground. Sponsors are pulling away, and even some of his closest people are distancing themselves. Online, people are asking, what exactly did Monique say this time to set him off? And why is Shannon now targeting her when she was the one trying to warn him? She said it before. He doesn't need to be chasing 26-year-olds or even 36-year-olds. The lawsuit's still dominating conversation, and while fans were shocked, Monique wasn't. She saw it coming long before it hit the headlines. She tried to caution him, clearly pointing out that getting involved with younger women chasing clout could backfire. But Shannon didn't listen. Once everything exploded between Shannon and the model, fans were waiting for Monique's reaction, and she did not hold back.
Yes, I told that Shannon Sharpe, leave that white.
She finally addressed it during a stop on Cat Williams' Heaven on Earth comedy tour, and she didn't pull any punches. Monique made sure the crowd and Shannon remembered she had warned him. Now she's simply voicing what many already believe. Shannon has no one to blame but himself. For context, when the lawsuit story first broke, a clip from Monique's February 2024 Club Shay interview started making the rounds again online.
This dating thing, because it's different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I
ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
In that clip, Monique clearly told Shannon he shouldn't be dating women half his age. She didn't sugarcoat it. She said he needs a partner who matches his level, someone genuine, not someone looking to cash in on his fame.
When they want you to go for the fourth round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that fourth round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you.
Monique has always been known for speaking her mind. Some people appreciate her raw, no filter approach, while others find her too blunt or preachy. However, this time, even her usual critics are backing her up. When she spoke, it was clear. She wasn't just speaking generally, she was addressing Shannon directly.
So he was doing, I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking, and I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Elladora. Now, when you know somebody named Elladora, she's old school. Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Elladora told me to tell you. She said, I think he like red velvet.
Oh, I do.
I say, Miss Elladora, if he do like that, she said, you let him know I got something for him.
Yeah, I like
she don't have no teeth. Come on, pick your glass up and clack it for me. Come on now, these young gals will bite you.
She warned him about the risks of chasing clout and getting involved with internet models, saying it could come back to hurt him. But what did Shannon do? He laughed it off, brushing it off as just jokes, and continued down the same path. Now, look where he is. Fast forward a year, and Shannon is in the middle of a major mess. He's lost his ESPN job, his reputation is suffering, and that lawsuit could cost him millions. Fans are now looking back at Monique's Club Shay interview as though it was a warning. She saw this all coming long before anyone else. One fan commented, Monique tells a joke, but she doesn't lie. Shannon should have listened instead of laughing. Now look at him crying all the way to the bank. Another fan was even more direct, saying Shannon Sharpe got exactly what he deserved. He had 3 people, Cat Williams, Monique, and even Little Yachty trying to warn him.
Guess what the 2 teams that called me on show say, what's your phone number, where you gonna be?
Who that?
Shut the up.
Despite losing his ESPN job and all the public drama, Shannon still doesn't seem to fully understand what's happening. Sources close to him say he's furious that Monique used his name in her comedy routine. He feels she's making fun of him while he's already going through a tough time, which has left him feeling betrayed. But here's the thing, Monique didn't lie. While Shannon thought his celebrity friends would rally around him, he's been met with silence. Almost no one has defended him publicly, and fans believe that silence speaks volumes. No one's feeling sorry for Shannon right now. Many believe this lawsuit isn't just some random event, it's the result of years of reckless behavior. Shannon's been trending for all the wrong reasons, and now more controversial clips are surfacing, making people question him even more.
Hey, my daughter's a budget. You got a budget. I don't get whatever you do after that.
What number, I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number you said?
30,000.
Okay. So you can have a wedding with 30,000?
I don't know what you can have. I ain't even one getting married. I don't give a damn.
During the April 30th episode of Nightcap, while discussing the 2025 NFL Draft, Shannon unexpectedly lost his temper mid-conversation. He glanced off camera and yelled, "Shut the F up." Viewers were stunned. His outburst on live camera had many speculating that the pressure might be getting the best of him. But the scrutiny didn't stop there. Shannon faced even more backlash for remarks about how much he'd spend on his daughter's weddings. In another Nightcap episode with Okasinko, the topic turned to wedding costs. Shannon casually said he'd limit each daughter's wedding to $30,000. He then joked that they could serve spaghetti and fried fish instead of going overboard with the food.
Y'all know about that fried catfish and spaghetti plate? Hey, I know somebody hooked that thing right on up. What they charge by the plate? $10.50 a head. Spaghetti, fried catfish, a piece of cornbread, and a styrofoam cup of sweet tea. That's all you're getting. Man, I'm not finna go. Hey, just because they so. Oh hell, no, man, I wish I might.
That comment didn't sit well with fans. Social media erupted, especially once people recalled those leaked messages in which Shannon reportedly offered the OnlyFans model $10 million to drop her lawsuit and stay silent.
Mr. Sharp, not so sharp, clearly. It is my theory, just my opinion, my theory, not fact, my opinion. I think all of this RACE rhetoric that was in those text messages started with him.
The internet couldn't believe it. $10 million for a former associate, but just $30,000 for his daughter's weddings? One person commented, this needed to happen to show just how hypocritical he really is. Whatever respect people had for him is gone. Another pointed out that in those leaked conversations, the model was allegedly charging $25,000 per cheek, and Shannon didn't hesitate. And as things continued to unravel, fans began closely examining Shannon's relationship with the model, Gabriella.
It's becoming more and more clear to me, in my opinion, that he has a race fetish. He has a fetish for that type of dynamic. Think about it. This was a 19-year-old white woman when he met her. I don't know any 19-year-old white woman that's running around hollering about a big black baby.
Some of the messages raised serious concerns, with texts implying uncomfortable racial overtones. People started labeling the dynamic as fetishistic and inappropriate.
Shannon was a 54-year-old, big, black, grown man from the backwoods of Georgia. Gravy sound like some he's familiar with. Big black babies, he probably seen a few in his day. Born in the backwoods of Georgia where he grew up with his grandma and all them other folks. But I just don't think that came from her. Now, is she repeating it back in those text messages? Yes, that's why he released her messages, not his. Peep that, okay?
In some of the leaked texts, Gabriella told Shannon she wanted him to put a big black baby in her, a line that's got the internet spinning.
We haven't seen what his responses was, and I guarantee you, when they post those messages, y'all gonna see. All of that race started with him. It's a fetish. And he could only play that kind of stuff out with a young girl. He couldn't, like Monique was trying to tell him, get an older gal. Older gal ain't going for that. They was going to immediately knew he was a freak and a weirdo. A 19-year-old don't know no better.
Many are calling it disturbing, with the situation shedding light on aspects of Shannon's private life that the public hadn't seen before.
That's why she repeating it back to him, because he said it to her first. Older men, that's why they tend to want to be with younger women. They're more impressionable. They can mold them. They can shape them to be what they want them to be. Do what they want them to do. You let him come to a 40 or 50-year-old woman talking about put a big black baby and baby gravy. We gonna be looking like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, that started with him. Mark my words, it's gonna come out. But that race stuff started with Shannon.
What's adding fuel to the fire is that Shannon hasn't released his side of those conversations. And fans aren't convinced that Gabriella acted alone. A growing number believe the racially loaded roleplay content came directly from Shannon.
I was once dating this chick, right, Skip, and she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. That's what I did. I said, why you arguing about this? He wouldn't sign the papers. I said, why you arguing about this little bit of money? I gave her the money, filed the divorce because I believe. If I keep it 100 with y'all here, Skip, but I did.
After all, Gabriella was being paid. Many argue she likely just went along with what he requested. Now, even more questionable clips are surfacing, suggesting this behavior wasn't isolated. According to fans, Shannon has always had unusual interactions with women. One viral video shows him admitting he wanted a woman so badly that he actually paid for her divorce, simply because he believed she was the one.
This is an absolute true story. I put this on on everything. I was having sex with this young lady.
Hold on. Paint the whole picture now. Don't cheat me.
Yeah, don't cheat me either.
Okay.
I want details.
We're having
details.
Now people are calling him out for putting such a tight limit on his own daughter's wedding. That move isn't sitting well with the public. Then there's another clip going around that's making viewers uncomfortable. Shannon starts sharing a wild story about a woman he was involved with.
We're having
position?
Yeah.
You know I'm the bad guy.
Oh Lord Jesus. She ain't do it, but she don't know she did.
That's bro.
No, she did.
That is not. And what I'm about to say is 1,000%
Talk to me, baby.
The story was so unexpected, it even left Deion Sanders completely speechless on air.
So she passed gas. She said, excuse me. I said, that's not. Do it. Yes, she passed gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then she looked back and said, excuse me.
No.
Yeah.
She do it. How she do it?
Time. She said, excuse me. I said, that's all right, baby. I generally make them do it. Hey, she said, excuse me. I said, that's all right, baby. I generally make them. It kept going.
Comments under that video haven't been kind. Fans are saying this is exactly why they stopped watching his show.
I'm with it. I'm hell with it, time. I'm hell with it, time.
Hey, come on, baby.
Both y'all nasty, man.
They talk.
Both y'all nasty, dog.
Hey.
I swear. I swear.
Hey,
no, I know you ain't
Fist bump.
No, don't do that. Don't y'all ain't no good. That ain't Shannon. That's not that. Don't do that. Y'all nasty.
Shannon kept sharing personal stories about his love life, almost as if he was trying to make a point. But most people aren't interested in hearing all that, especially from someone approaching 60.
You would think that in the aftermath of all of these cases that's going on, that Shannon Sharpe or any black male celebrity for that matter will conduct themselves in a more responsible manner.
The wider entertainment world is also weighing in. Shannon is now facing criticism from various voices. Dr. Umar commented that even if the lawsuit ends up being just a money grab, Shannon never should have been involved with someone that young in the first place.
So what do we know about this situation? According to Gabriella Zuniga, she met Shannon Sharpe at a gym in Los Angeles approximately 2 years ago. Shannon alleges that he tried to present her with an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, which every celebrity should require from anyone they engage with.
So now that all this dirt is out in the open, people aren't showing Shannon any sympathy.
Well, guess what, Art? She decides she's not going to sign the NDA. That right there was a warning to Shannon Sharpe that this 19-year-old, who you shouldn't be dating anyway because of her age, because of her race, you need to end this. If she don't want to sign an NDA dating a celebrity, you know what that means. That means if this doesn't go her way, she's going to expose you.
He also pointed out that Shannon ignored all the warning signs, especially after Gabriella allegedly refused to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Your ESPN contract, yes, sir, is up next year. And the word on the street is that you want something in the range of $100 million for 5 years.
Right.
True?
It ain't false. I always want as much money as I can get. I'm not going to apologize to that. I'm a capitalist. What I would say to you is I would ask respectfully, pay attention to the industry, see what people are getting paid, see how much money they're making and what they're bringing to the table. Look at their ratings. Look at their revenue that they're generating.
Most fans agree that Shannon doesn't really have a reason to be upset with Monique for poking fun at the situation. She was the one who tried to give him real advice, but instead of listening, he laughed it off and carried on as if nothing could touch him. Now that everything's falling apart, many believe it's just the consequences of his own choices, and if the latest reports are accurate, those consequences come with a hefty price tag. Gabriella is reportedly seeking $50 million in damages. People are now questioning whether Shannon can even afford to take that kind of hit. According to celebrity finance trackers, his net worth is estimated at around $30 million. During his NFL career, he earned about $22.5 million in total, with his largest deal being $5 million as part of a 4-year, $13.8 million contract with the Ravens. These days, Shannon is pulling in serious money, around $10 million a year, thanks to his podcast network, sponsorship deals, media appearances, and his high-end liquor brand, Le Portier. But here's the twist, he's still behind his First Take co-host Stephen A. Smith, who's reportedly sitting comfortably on a $45 million net worth.
Anything I say, you're just gonna get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. It's what it is.
What does that even mean?
You want to be a dick to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yeah, you do.
Stephen A. Smith just secured a historic $100 million deal over 5 years, placing him just behind Tom Brady in terms of sports media earnings. Interestingly, Shannon was nearly in the same league. Insiders revealed he was in serious talks for his own $100 million podcast contract before the Gabriella controversy broke out. That deal would have been game-changing, consolidating all of Shannon's media ventures under his Shishi Media brand club. Shay, Nightcap with Chad Johnson, Club 520, The Bubba Dub Show, and Humble Baddies. Everything was in motion until the lawsuit dropped, throwing everything into uncertainty. Sponsors became hesitant, deals stalled, and now fans are watching closely to see if Shannon ends up losing what could have been the biggest opportunity of his career. On April 18th, just 3 days before Gabriella filed the lawsuit, front office Sports reported that Shannon was on the verge of finalizing a deal worth over $100 million. But now that deal is on hold. If it falls through, it could go down as the biggest loss of his professional life, and the pressure isn't easing up. With the lawsuit hanging over him, many fans are starting to question whether Shannon has built enough financial security to survive a potential $50 million judgment. To be fair, Gabriella asking for $50 million doesn't guarantee she'll receive it. Civil cases, especially those involving personal relationships and unclear boundaries, are difficult to prove. There's even a possibility Shannon might walk away without paying anything. But regardless of the legal outcome, his public image has already taken a serious hit. Those leaked messages and that audio clip where Shannon allegedly threatened Gabriella have left a lasting impression.
Obviously, Uncle Shay, he likes Caucasian women, as we all know, and he likes them very skinny, which I didn't know. And the reason I'm saying that is the pictures that are floating around the internet on Gabrielle Asu Ninjas is the pictures of a very petite Caucasian woman who, not being disrespectful when I say this, appears to be built like a 13, 14, 15-year-old child.
Situations like this don't just go away, win or lose. And that's what's haunting Shannon now. This isn't only about whether he owes millions. It's about what people now believe he might be doing behind closed doors. His brand is hurting. And in entertainment, your reputation is everything. Companies like Disney, which owns ESPN, don't stick around simply because you win a legal battle. They're focused on image, headlines, and public reaction. Right now, Shannon's name is circulating for all the wrong reasons.
And according to her, allegedly, Shannon Sharpe told her that if she would lose enough weight for him, he would buy her some artificial breasts. Now, that's very puzzling to me, Art, because she's already extra skinny, extra petite, no booty, no breasts, no nothing. Why would you want her to lose any more weight?
These major corporations aren't concerned with courtroom verdicts. What matters to them is if your name trends for negative reasons, social media uproar, bad press, and public sentiment. That's what drives their decisions. Right now, Shannon Sharpe is starting to look like a major risk. Even if he comes out of this legally unscathed, brands are already hesitating to associate with him. Sure, there's still a chance he can bounce back. His fan base is strong, and let's be honest, people love a redemption arc. But after everything that's surfaced, that comeback just got a lot harder. Why? Because this didn't happen out of nowhere. Shannon had people around him sounding the alarm. Monique gave him a direct warning. Cat Williams shared valuable insights. But Shannon dismissed it all, laughed it off, and kept company with people who fueled the chaos. Now, he's knee-deep in a controversy that could have been avoided, and he has no one to blame but himself. And just when you think it's over, fans are digging through his past. Old interviews, show clips, podcast rants, nothing's off limits. People are putting the pieces together, and the picture they're painting isn't new. They're saying this behavior didn't start with Gabriella. It's just the first time it's exploded in public view. Some fans believe Shannon's long had a pattern of using his wealth and fame to impress women without taking responsibility. And now, that same flashy persona that helped build his brand is tearing it down. Even his image as a proud girl dad is under scrutiny, especially after those comments about capping wedding budgets. It's got people wondering, was any of that image real, or was it just branding? At the same time, word is that some of Shannon's former colleagues might be ready to speak out. There are whispers in the industry that some folks have been holding on to stories, and now that Shannon's vulnerable, they're feeling freer to share.so. The question is, what more is going to come out? And can Shannon withstand what's next? He may have made a critical mistake getting involved with that younger model, not just because of the age gap, but because of the unequal power dynamic and those racially charged messages. That kind of controversy is the last thing major brands want to be linked to, especially not one like Disney.so now. The real question is, can Shannon bounce back from this, or is the damage too deep? And what about Monique? Can Shannon really be upset at her for making jokes when she literally warned him about this in the first place? Or is she just saying what everyone else is thinking with a mic in her hand? We want to hear from you. Is this the final chapter for Shannon Sharpe? Or will he find a way to rebuild? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're watching, and stick around because the next video, it's even crazier than this one.